Alright there guys, so you remember the other day when I did that video about Trent Alexander-Arnold and who Liverpool should replace him with, potentially even if they should. I mean, at the end of that video I came round to the decision that Liverpool should probably stick with Conor Bradley and potentially even Calvin Ramsey or something like that as a backup, because with the money that we need to spend elsewhere is probably a greater priority right now. But some of you guys in the comments were putting some names in there, and I did think I'd just do a video and we'd just compare them stats wise and see if any of them, shout off the page at us. And maybe I'll change my decision come the end of the video. So, anyway, guys, let me know down below what you think about all four of these players we're about to cover. And one of them obviously is going to be Frimpong because it's the flavour of the month, shall we say. But there's also another second flavour of the month, shall we say, that was popping up a lot last night as well, especially on social media. So we'll cover that as well. But if you do end up liking this video, guys, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribing, and again, as I just mentioned, leave me a comment down below to let me know your thoughts. So then, where should we start then, shall we? Tell you what, we'll do Matim Fernandes first. Now, if you've never heard of this player, you're not alone. I had never heard of this player either, guys, but people were putting one and one together to get two. That basically, because Liverpool have dealt with the Portuguese league before in the past, when we had Julian Ward and Michael Edwards at the club, they thought that, maybe Liverpool would go back over there again and see if they can get a right back from one of these clubs. And he's the one that seems to be screaming out at everybody about this, basically. I just want to preface this, obviously, Ward and Edwards have got nothing to do with transfers right now. Edwards just says yes or no regarding money. It's all down to like Richard Hughes, basically. So them links may not necessarily be there anymore. We'd be naive to think that, an introduction would not be made by somebody else. But yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at him, shall we? So over on, what's this website called? WhoScored.com. This is another stat website I thought I'd use because I can't really get the other one working right now. This is what they said to him. So he's made 25 appearances this season, 1,439 minutes, 5 assists, 0 goals, and his passing percentage is 80.8. Now, the reason why I'm picking on that one is because that's what we've got Trent for. Trent is a creative outlet from right back, and we need someone who can complete passes and do yada, 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 the same amount of stuff as Trent was doing. That's why I'm picking out that specific stat. He predominantly plays, as you can see here, in right back or right wing back, or they've called it defensive midfield right. His strengths are key passes, dribbling, passing, and crossing. His style of play is he likes to dribble and does not dive into tackles, which is then one of his weaknesses. He's weak at tackling, but we've got to bear in mind the lad is only 19 years of age. Over on Transfer Market, they're basically saying here again, same type of stuff. His contract doesn't expire till 2028. His market value right now is at 8 million. I normally always take that with a pinch of salt on this website. Like, it might end up being like, maybe, let's just say 15 million. Let's like round it up a little bit. And as you can see, that's the same stats: 27 games, 5 assists, no goals. And that's pretty much all we've got to say about that kid. I mean, a lot of people have been watching clips of him saying that he can fly down the wing and do yada, yada, yada. We could make clips of anyone and make them look good, guys. Do you know what I mean? I bet if someone had enough time, they could turn, what is he called? Jimmy Traore at Liverpool into like the best left back in the world. So let's just leave that there, shall we? The next one that everyone was talking about yesterday was Nico Williams, and he popped up in the comments a lot as well. A former Liverpool player, sold to Nottingham Forest for like 17 million, I think, in 2022. It makes sense, I guess, like if Liverpool have got like a buyback option or a percentage in any future sale, because then it's like you can make the deal a little bit cheap for you, but that would be it for me. Like, he is a cheap option. Obviously, it'd help with the homegrown quota as well. But so would Matim Fernandes if he stayed here long enough. Like, he's only 19 years of age, so he won't have to register him all next year. And once he'd been here a few years, he could be registered as a homegrown player. So, yeah, that's that. So let's have a look at Nico's stats, shall we? 37 games, 2,555 minutes, 1 goal, 3 assists, 6 yellows. His passing percentage is at 83.1, so slightly higher than the 19-year-old. He's 23 years of age as well. Let's have a look at his strengths, shall we? Tackling, blocking the ball, and ball interception. He likes to dribble and likes to tackle. And as you can see there, his weaknesses are holding on to the ball and his passing. So he's a completely different type of right back that Liverpool have had. He's more of like a traditional right back, which, you know, Liverpool could potentially go for, especially if they are going to go more attacking down the left-hand side, shall we say. You know, Nottingham Forest having a really good season, to be fair, though, as well. I mean, like, look at his rating there, 9.17 in his last game. His average rating for the season is 6.95. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, with this one, there's a reason why Liverpool sold him. So I'm not overly convinced by this at all. Anything we need to know about on here? His contract expires next year. So this summer is the last time they can get a decent wage for him. And his current market value is at 20 million. I mean, that's why they're offering him a new contract, isn't it, really? Yeah, 29 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Yeah, we know about that. So, again, he doesn't scream off the page at me as someone Liverpool should be going for. He just doesn't, guys. So he's a no for me as well. Next up is Giovanni Reid. Now, this is the 18-year-old right back over at Feyenoord, which, again, people have been making the links with Slot, blah, 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 blah. I think Slot was the one that gave him his debut, potentially. I might be wrong there, but I might be right as well. So let's have a look at his stats, shall we? So far this year, 23 games, 1,418 minutes. He's got a goal and 6 assists, so slightly better than Matthiam Fernandes. He's got the highest passing percentage rate so far as well at 87.5. Strengths, key passes, holding on to the ball, passing, tackling, no significant weaknesses. Okay. He got sent off against AC Milan. All right, okay. Let's have a look what else he's got going for him, shall we? Over on this one. So he's only made 52% of their starting 11s. But he's got an 11% goal participation. That's really good. That is really good, is that? Contract expires in 2028. He's the captain of the Dutch under-19 team, where he's played 15 games with 2 goals. Same stats we've just spoke about there at the bottom. They got him on a free transfer as well in 2022, 2023. Yeah, 2023. I tell you what, I said that none of them were screaming out for me on the page. This kid is, I can see it, you know. Especially with what's that page as well. Key passes, holding onto the ball, passing and tackling. Highest passing percentage rate so far. When did he move over there? So he moved there. He got promoted there last summer. So Slot didn't give him his debut, so no. But he was at Feyenoord under-18s when Slot was there. Interesting. He can play right back or left back as well. And his market value is only 4 million. So again, if you just do the same thing we've done before, let's just say 10 to 12 million for him. Tell you what, guys, I think I might go for him, me. Because I did say in that other video, do you have to go out there and buy a youngster who can come in and compete with Connor Bradley? And I think this kid would, you know. You wouldn't have to register him because he's only 18 years of age. He would then eventually become a homegrown player if he's been at the club long enough. Lots of positives there. Lots of positives. And then lastly, guys, just to compare them, I mean, it's probably a bit harsh to do this because this is a finished article. Jeremy Frimpong, everyone's on about this lad. This is the flavour of the month, shall we say. 47 games, 2,891 minutes, 5 goals, 9 assists, 6 yellows. Don't have as high a percentage rate of passing as the Reid kid. As you can see, he plays in like 4 different types of positions here, even as a number 10. His strengths are his finishing, key passes, dribbling and concentration. He likes to dribble, likes to play the short pass, gets fouled often, doesn't dive into tackles, and his weaknesses are holding onto the ball, passing, and tackling. So, again, I think I mentioned this when we spoke about Frimpong last time. He's one of those players where I think you would have to change your style of play to fit him in. I don't think it's like a bit of a plug and play as a Connor Bradley would be, and potentially even that Reed kid might be. I'm going to keep an eye on Reed. I'm gonna keep that page, and I'm going to keep an eye on him for the rest of the season and see if anything happens with that. But anyway, guys, let me know down below. Does any of these shout out at you? Someone who could potentially come in and be a Trent Alexander-Arnold replacement, or would you just stick with Connor Bradley as the replacement and potentially Calvin Ramsey or Gomez or Kwanzaa as a replacement, backup? Sorry. Let me know down below, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.